Deanna Lynn, Mr. Wilcox, how are you? Just waiting for my guest to pop on. Oh, he just popped in the building. All right. Deanna Lynn, we need to talk. We need to catch up. Hey, boo. We got to talk, sister. I'm glad to hear it, Mr. Wilcox.
My man, Chai.
What's going on?
What's going on, man? First and foremost, thanks for having me on your podcast. I definitely appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
How you
And
been, man?
I'm blessed and I cannot complain. Anything else would be a sin, honestly.
That definitely makes sense. I definitely agree with you 100% with that. How was your day?
My day was pretty peaceful. I tried to make it that way. Sundays are just that kind of day for me. That's all.
Okay. I respect that. I understand. That's definitely understandable.
So I don't know if you're familiar with my format and how I get down, but it's pretty much a free format. Like I don't really have any stage questions. I don't prep. It's just loose conversation. And I have to tell you the reason that I wanted you on my program is because I heard something about how you started your business and the birth of your business. And I wanted to talk to you about that because I think it's very inspirational and the masses need to kind of hear that.
Oh, we definitely could definitely talk about that. Like, listen, anything you want to ask me for as past, present, anything, I'm like, it's not scripted. I always tell the truth about anything. So anything that you want to ask me, just feel free to ask me. I'm gonna answer it the best way, the truth and honesty.
Yeah. And while you're doing this interview, I want you to be careful driving. Like, pay attention to the road.
I'm actually about to pull over in park so I can have this interview with you. So
Okay.
I was dropping my daughter off, so I'm definitely actually about to pull over in park.
Okay. So, where you from, brother?
I'm really from North Philadelphia. 11th and North Street Projects is where I'm originally from.
Okay.
I moved around the city of Philadelphia. I was in the Frankfurt area. Um, I lived out of town. I started really other side of North Philadelphia, other side of Broad Street, 15th York area, stuff like that. So I pretty much moved around. Like I was always a people's person, so I moved around. I never had no barrier or no standards of where I can go and where I could not go.
Okay. Okay. So, Philadelphia, born and raised, and let's say 10-year-old you. What did 10-year-old you want to be growing up in Philadelphia?
I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be a fireman or a police officer. Me and my cousin, who's actually on here now, is like my sister. She watching now. Like our dreams was, police officers or like doctors or firemen. She's a police officer now.
Oh, good. Good.
So
Good fun.
and I'm actually proud of her from that because I actually sit back like, that was my biggest dream. People say, well, how you get on the other side of the law? Things happen. Things
Mm.
happen. And if I can go back in the hands of time, I probably still would be a police officer.
So, from that age, like we're talking age 10, and progressing forward, how do you make that change from wanting to be a police officer to actually now turning into a criminal?
At the age of 10, I was a mama's boy, child. I was a mama's boy. I was a mama's boy. I was a chubby mama's boy. Didn't want to go nowhere without my mom. Always wanted to be around my mom. And I actually going to school, doing everything. I wasn't even an outside person. I would be in the house. Playing video games. My brother, my sister, them, they stayed outside. Um, I didn't get into the streets to the age of 13, 14.
What pulled you there, though? What changed? What was the thing that changed?
Being a follower.
Mm.
Being a follower. Like, being a follower. Like people say, oh, well, I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. No, I was a follower. because I was following around with older guys. You know, they had the money, they had, you know, the cars, the girl, and all that. I wanted that. Like, don't get me wrong, my mom and my dad. You know, my dad was, you know, paying child support. My mom was working, made sure we had everything given to us. But I wanted other things outside of my means.
Right.
So I
You
didn't
wanted
just,
what you saw.
yeah, I wanted what I saw. So I was like, you know, I want that. I want that. And how fast can I get it? So when I'm watching them, I always was observant as a kid. So I always observe everything around me, and I still do it to this day. So I'm just looking at like, oh, so all I gotta do is sit here and give somebody that, and they're gonna give me this, the money. Oh, I want that. I want that. I want to get into that. But I didn't never think about the violent part of it afterwards. We don't think about that.
Yeah.
So we not thinking about the troubles that come with it. So 14, I started, you know, selling drugs. Started off straight from crack cocaine.
Wow.
Straight to it. No weed, straight to crack cocaine. Started selling drugs, started getting money. I had got shot in my arm at 14. That changed my dynamic of things.
Mm-hmm.
I never
What
got
did
in it.
your wait, hold up. Since you're a mama's boy and everything, what is she saying during this time when you're going through all this hell?
She don't know. Because
Wow.
I maintained to go to school. I still went to school. Everything I did was after school.
Mm.
So I kept that apart. I kept that away from my family. Like, my family didn't know a lifestyle of me at all. They see me as a mama's boy. And, you know, to this day, a lot of people say, well, I never knew that was your family. I was smart enough to try to keep things away. Well, I thought I was smart enough. So
Yeah.
I was coming home, doing my homework. I was in the house at reasonable time, as a child supposed to be. So I was in the house. I was doing everything I had to do, and it just took off. I got shot, which would led me to, like, you know, well, if you don't mind harming me, well, why should I mind harming you? So
Mm.
after that, it was like something clicked in my head. So now I'm going to sell drugs, and I'm going to tote this gun now. I'm going to tote this
Mm.
firearm as well. So that right there turned me into something else.
Well, wait a minute. How do you explain getting shot to your family?
I tell my mom and them that it was a drive-by shooting.
Wow.
I told my mom and them it was a drive-by shooting. I told
Mm.
my mom it was a drive-by shooting. And that's what it was. You know, police questioned me. It was a drive-by shooting. I don't know what they was. Everybody was. It was. I don't remember the car. Everything happened so fast, and I went from there. A year, 2 months and 9 days later, I get shot up 8 times.
Mm.
At the age of 15, going on 16. My chest, my shoulder, my back, my waist, my arm, I got grazed in my head. Like, you know, so
Wow.
now it's like, okay, now something's not right now. It's 2 shooting less than a year. So now my
Right.
mom is asking questions like, what is going on? Now I take it that, you know, I'm fearless. I'm fearless. I was shot, so I want to know now who shot me, where did it come
Mm.
from, and that opened other doors. You know, I was being a follower, but the cats I ran with, they ain't play no joke. So now you're gonna earn your stripes. Now, a person can't think they could do what they want to you. Now that comes with the violent stages of life. Now, you know,
Right.
toting a gun. This is where I'm picking my name up for myself. My best friend is actually on here now too. My man Floss, he's on here too. Like, running around with him, doing things, and it just took off. Like, my mindset was, you don't mind harming me. When I actually shot a gun the first time and see how it traumatized people, or the effect that it had on you, I
Right.
took a liking to that. It was a thrill to me. So it was like, wow. So I got my name. I got a name for myself because I don't mind doing nothing to you. I ended up going to juve. I ended up catching up with somebody that was supposed to be involved in somebody that got shot that I dealt with, and I got a phone call, said he was on Frankfurt Avenue. So I go around there with a gun, not thinking. And as I go around there, I see him. Whole time somebody else watching me. But I don't know that I'm being watched. So I approach him. And as I approach him, narcotic units and highway patrol is at the top of the block and unmarked cars following me, and they hop out, tell me get out. But I give him a foot in a foot pursuit, and that was my first time being arrested. I got caught with a firearm. Never got a chance to discharge it. Got caught with a firearm and was charged with a firearm. And I did time at Glen Mills as a juvenile. I went up Glen Mills. That's where the fitness thing began at.
So going into Glen Mills that young, what kind of experience was that for you? Like, did you go in with the attitude, okay, I can do this, or let me straighten up? Like, what was your mindset?
My mindset was, I can do this. I can do this. It ain't even like I can do this. And don't get me, my brother, I watched my brother go to jail, watch my brother do placement as a juvenile. Like, so I'm learning these things as well. So it's like, I can do this. I got the heart already. I got the heart. I got the heart already. So as me enter into the juvenile placement, entering in Glen Mills and everything, it's like, all right, I got the heart. I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm not scared of nobody. So when I got in there, the same people on the streets is the same people that you're gonna run into in prison. Whether you in juvenile placement, no matter where you at, you're gonna run into them. So the same way you carry yourself on the street, the same way you carry yourself in jail. So if you tough on the street, your name gonna follow you. Only difference is you ain't got a gun in jail, but you got knives, you got other weapons. But I went there, I took advantage of it. I got an auto body trade at the age of 14. At the age of 16, I got an auto body trade, and I got a carpentry trade. I did powerlifting, but I still had that problem with respecting authority figures. Who you yelling at? Who you talking to? I still thought I had it all figured out. Like, it was me. Like, I was busting the gun, and you think you gonna talk to me like that? I still had that mentality. So, released from Glen Mills, you know, getting some money, you know, running around doing what I want to do. I got that name for myself, but still in all, I'm still carrying that gun. I get released from Glen Mills on probation. I get off probation in November of 2007. November 2007, yeah. 2008, I'm caught up in a homicide trial. 2009, caught up in a homicide trial. So, you know, this one's like, all right, well, now you in the major leagues now.
Yeah.
You in the major leagues now. So something clicked right there and says, you gotta tighten up now. You gotta tighten up. How is this gonna go? How is this gonna turn out? Now I done did everything outside in society. Now I'm in here fighting for my life. Very scary. And I was only 18 at the time. I was only 18.
An adult 18.
An adult 18. So now you can't call mommy. Mommy can't get you out of this. There's no juvenile placement. You know, there's no bail for this. So now, how you gonna conduct yourself? Now you think you big and bad. Now go in here with these big and bad men in here that's might be tougher than you, but how you gonna conduct yourself? I got in there, you know, I fighting the trial, dealing with, you know, and along that process, I'm 18, get incarcerated, fighting a homicide trial, first degree murder and third degree murder trial. I get told I got a daughter. So that hits me even more. Like, I got a child. I might not never see this child on the streets because I'm incarcerated. I'm fighting some drama. I'm fighting a life sentence. So that made me sit back, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I have to get out of this. I have to get out of here. So I just kept telling myself, and that's where I really found God at. You know, that's where I really found God and really turned. You know, I'm praying, reading the Bible, you know, I read the Quran. I'm reading. I'm like, Christianity fits me. I'm reading it. So as I'm reading it, I'm really feeling it. And who taught me the Bible and who taught me Bible study? This guy had 52 years for molestation.
Mm.
And I'm like, if you could look past that, like, you can look past anything. This person changed his mindset. So he helping me change my mindset. So I, all in all, I'm telling my family, I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it. I got faith. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it. Friends and them telling me, they telling me, oh yeah, he done. This is what I'm hearing from inside, outside the jail, inside. Oh yeah, he done. Yeah, he ain't coming home. I was all type of nut ass niggas. I was all everything that you probably can be of. But in all I was hurt because I took care of a lot of people. I did a lot of things for a lot of people. So it's like, I'm not selfish. I'm not stingy. Anyone that know me know that I'm not selfish and I'm not stingy. So it was like that hurted me. So I'm fighting my case. They offered me a 20 to 40 year plea agreement. Said I'm not taking it. Then they turned around and offered me a 20 to 40 year plea agreement, followed by an open plea. That I would plea out to 20 to 40 for third degree murder and kidnapping and all that. I would take a kidnapping, robbery, and all. I would take an open plea. But it's up to the judge to decide if they're going to run it concurrent. So that's 40 to 80 years if they don't run it concurrent. So I said, no, I'm going to trial.
Right.
I got my lawyer. He's calling. He's telling my mom, hey, listen, he don't want to listen. He don't want to take this deal. I ain't talking. Me and my mom had, bump heads about that. Oh, me and my grandma. Oh, you court. You might just take this. I got to do that time. That's a life sentence.
Right.
That's a life sentence. To me, 20, 40 years is a long time. Like, first coming into the prison, the real adult prison system, you can't see that far. You don't even know if you're going to live. And definitely having the experience with the COVID and the pandemic now, I dealt with that being incarcerated. So, going to trial. I was on trial as well with two of my older homies. Mind you, I was young. Everything, they passing kites around saying blame everything on me.
Oh wow.
I looked it up to y'all. I looked it up to y'all. Y'all was my homies. Y'all was my go-to guys. Like, so when the guard intercepted the kite, he says, yo, listen, man, your homies, man, ain't your homies. So what you mean? He showed me the kite. He said, I posed it. I didn't put the trigger, put the turners in. He showed it to me. He said, listen, man, intercepted it. I said, all right, no issue. And still over and on. Detectives pulling me in. Y'all asking me this. I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all don't put. It's nothing that's putting me there. So why am I speaking on it? I go to trial, child. Chike, I go to trial, Chike. I go to trial. I decided to go to trial. So let me cut the outside world off and focus and zone in. I used to be up 11 o'clock at night till 9 in the morning on a typewriter, punching up motions and stuff like that, helping my lawyer. I'm reading these case laws. I'm reading these books of what they can do and what they cannot do. I'm learning the law as I'm reading. And mind you, I'm only 18. I'm about to turn 19. I was 18, about to turn 19.
For your life. You're fighting for your life.
Exactly. And I try to tell people, like, them lawyers get paid regardless. Whether I win, lose, or draw, they go home with their family. Every day they go home with their family. So they don't care if you take that deal or not. They don't care if you take that deal. They don't care if you plea out. They don't care whatever. They go home. The DA, they live in life regardless. You're going to be stuck. Whether you take this deal or you fight them, they looking at you going to be in jail for the next 20 years of life or a life sentence. They don't care. So my lawyer came up. I gave him what motions I wanted him to file. He says, I'm not filing these. I said, listen, you work for me.
That's right.
This is my life. I understand how you feel, but only way we can continue if you let me aid. Because I look at it like this. You are an attorney, you a lawyer, respectful. You go home at the end of the day. You don't really care about me for real. So it's all about the money with them. So I found something in the case law and he like, wow. So in my mind, my mental was, he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. Yes, he's a lawyer. But he went to school 30, 40 years ago. So his memory is not fresh. He's going back off of old case laws and old things. So let me refresh these things. Let me educate myself the best way I know how.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I educated myself, reading the law, asking other old heads around me, yo, what about this? But mind you,
Right.
they ain't fighting no drama. How I'm fighting no drama? I'm fighting a homicide, first-degree murder charges.
Yeah.
Like, this is the big league. This is no kid, no play. So trial time come. District attorney they not ready. Commonwealth is not ready. All right. That was that. Now I got some more time to really plan my defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the night of the night, it was January 9th, 2009. They say this homicide occurred. Home invasion homicide occurred. Now, I got a picture that puts me, I don't know how this picture popped up, child. I got a picture that the time of the date they say this homicide occurred, I got a picture of me being with a young lady at that time.
Mm.
I don't know how it popped up. I don't know where this picture came from. So I give it to
You
she
know
sent
where
it
it
to me.
came from. You know where it came from.
Came from God.
That's right.
Came from God. So what happened was she sent it to me. I said, all right, boom. I'm gonna use this as my alibi. All in all, I used that was my defense. But it came time to, like, detectives started harassing her mom, the kids and all that. So now it's like, don't be selfish now. So I tell you, I understand it. I'm not going to use you. Leave it alone, because I don't want to mess nobody else's life up. This is my life. These are my consequences of things. I don't want to mess nobody else's life up. So what I do was I go back and I tell my lawyer we ain't using that. So I'm fair. Like, I'm not into taking advantage of nobody. I'm not selfish. Yeah, it would help me, but how else would it affect somebody else behind me?
Right.
So, then they charge me with intimidating the witness. See, I threatened the witness. I threatened the witness family. Tell me, if you come to court, you do that. So I got charged with that as well. All in all, I go to trial January 2nd, 2010. I go to trial. Sitting there, man, scariest moment ever in my life, man. That was more scary than the time I got shot, child. So what I did was I took the time to, like, really, like, zone in on myself, get in tune with myself, get in tune with God. So I go to trial, sitting in testimony. Now I'm trying to get a separate trial than my co-defendants.
Right.
Y'all saying y'all got all this evidence on them, but there's no evidence on me. There's no evidence on me. So they will not separate my trial because they try to get you as one. They try to basically let the jury hear everything that's bad on them and then convict you as a whole. So is my man in the back of me, and then somebody else. So that, my lawyer did a wonderful job, man. Like, beat down the testimony. Nobody can ID me. Lineups, nothing. They use DNA. They try to use a cell phone record. Couldn't use none of that. It was so crazy because, like, I had somebody deep in my family come to court and put a phone in my hand. My phone was in my mom's name. My own mom wouldn't even put it in my hand. So all in all, I forgave him. But time of that verdict now. Now I go downstairs. Now it's 5:00 now. I go downstairs. 4:00. I go downstairs. I'm in the bullpen locked in. I read the whole Daily Bread. You know how you got the days that you supposed to read? I read the whole Daily Bread sitting on there. I fall asleep, child. I fall asleep down there. I wake up, I'm cold, I'm shivering. They said, get up. The sheriff said, get up. Time for the verdict. All right. So they like, yeah, they'll be back down for sentencing Monday. So y'all already convict me. Because, like, it's a high profile case. There's no way you getting out of this. So I go up. You know, they asked the jury, how do you find a defendant? How do you find a defendant? You know, how do you find a defendant Kyrie Pitts? Not guilty of on second first degree murder. Oh, not guilty. I said, all right, third degree murder is a little time. I can take that. Not guilty. Oh, I can take anything else. Not guilty, acquitted of all charges. I looked at my lawyer and I just broke down in tears of joy, like I'm happy. I'm happy. Like I got a chance of life. I'm happy. Like now you gotta live life and you gotta chill. Like you gotta really chill. So mind you, I don't got no felonies that are dealt now. So now I can pursue other things. I can pursue my journey, do everything I want to do.
Right.
I came home, I was chilling. I ain't even want to be around nobody no more. So my oldest two kids, mom, I ended up moving out. I ended up going out like Hershey, Pennsylvania. Lived out there for 10 years, 11 years. Coming back and forth to the city. Was having a productive life, you know, just chilling. My reason for doing so, I just wanted a different mindset, a different change of things. Right. I just wanted to be around, kind of zone in, and I really seen a lot of things for what it was, like, and see people for what they was, like. If you know the criminal justice system, then you know, like, once you got a high profile case, even if I took a deal, I would still be doing a lot of time.
Yes.
So it's like, it's a blessing, it's a purpose. So that day I sat back and I said, before they let me release me, they called my mom, my brother, my mom, my two brothers came and picked me up. But I was sitting in that bullpen before I got released. It's like, you got a purpose. You've been shot up multiple times. You've been incarcerated for homicides. What is your purpose? You just escaped the life sentence. You got a purpose. What's your destiny? God not gonna keep giving you these chances. I came home. You know, I was acquitted. Went to trial. Was acquitted. You know, I beat it. And it's so crazy because they got a documentary out about that. It's called Nightmare Next Door, season 1, episode 2, called Nightmare Next Door. So on ID Discovery. So when somebody contacted me, like, yo, you know, you got a show. They got your name on the show. And I watched it. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. You know, I tried to sue them and all that, but it's like, leave it alone. Let it go. They say it's public records. Let it go. Everything is not about the money. But I don't want you, you know, everybody, it should have never been put out there without my permission. But, you know, they're going to try to make you be out the monster because they still ask, how did he get away with it?
Right.
And then they put in the paper that I admitted to him after the trial, that I walked past the detective and said, yeah, I told you I was going to beat you. Like, I admitted to it. Like, I ain't that bold. I ain't that bold because in the back of my mind, before I knew the federal law, I'm thinking the feds can still pick it up because I ain't out the way. Right. But me knowing the law now that I was acquitted of it, so you couldn't pick it up. So, man, that's why I don't really deal with people like that. Like I be by myself, I stay by myself. You know, I try to stay away from people. I zone out, and you got like friends and families will hurt you the most. I was hurt by a lot of that. That really show you who's in your corner. It really show you who there for you. Like I done been, how he beat that? Did he tell on somebody? Did he rat it? Did he do it? Anybody that know the law know you can't tell, write a statement, and go to trial and beat it. It's impossible. You telling on yourself. So yeah, I came home. I was working. I came home working. I met a good dude, man. He put me in line with a car lot. Started doing a car lot thing. Good money, child. Very good money. You know, he brought me on his team, up building the car lot, doing everything, living life, enjoying life. I picked up a gambling habit. I got the money. I'm selling cars to individuals. I'm selling cars to individuals, but I'm also selling cars, a different race, different nationalities with credit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you come to me, you want to buy a car and you got $6,000, and I can use that $12,000 for credit, I'm going to go with them for $12,000 in the credit. It be in your bank account the same day.
Mm.
So I started dealing with that, and that was a whole nother bracket. I'm dealing with that type of money. I started gambling. Now I'm on top of the world now. Like, I'm having fun. Starting neglecting my relationship. I'm being around my kids. I'm at football games, taking them to school, but all in all, I'm at this car lot, and I'm ripping, running, and I'm gambling and stuff. Next thing you know, I'm gambling, and I'm too deep in. I go to grab some money, and I lost that much money.
Wow.
How did I do that? So now it's like, oh man, you still got a family to take care of. You still got this. Like, here you go again. So now it's, what do I do? How do I figure it out? And my homie told me from the beginning, if you run into a problem, come to me, talk to me, we're gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Me being prideful, me being arrogant, me still having that street mentality. No, I don't need no handout. I'm gonna figure it out. I decided to go into a federal credit union bank and rob the bank. The most brazen thing you can do. People say, "Yo, you got too much heart. Like, you got too much heart." For you to go into a bank, that's different. My mindset is different. I'm fearless, and I got a lot of heart. I've always been that way. I go in there, demand money, and I take the money. Too easy. So I can go in this joint and take out $8,000 to $10,000 that fast. I got addicted to that. So I hit one bank, I hit another bank, hit another bank, started hitting another bank. It became like a repeat pattern, like it's too easy. And I'm sitting in the middle of these people. I'm dealing at the car lot still, undetected.
So in total, how many banks were there in total?
In total, I hit a total of 12 banks.
Jeez Louise.
In total, I hit a
Wow.
total of 12 banks. And 12 banks.
Wow.
And to be honest with you, the day my federal parole officer called me, I was going to hit a bank that morning. He actually kind of saved me. So,
wow.
And even I rob a bank, I sit there and take $8,000, $10,000 somewhere, and I go down, I come down to Philadelphia and blow the money and share the money with the ones I love and care about. No, if it's like, if I'm winning and I'm eating, we all winning and we eating.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to learn, like, yo, when you winning and when you eating and when you comfortable, you winning and you eating, everybody eating. But when you down and you out, they up. You ain't, when they winning, you ain't winning.
Wow.
So you got to be selfish in a good way. I had to learn to be selfish in a good way, and that's like now, like me, I put me, I'm priority. I'm priority. Like, I'm priority. I'm not secondary no more. I'm priority. Like, somebody asks me for something, oh, I'm gonna get with you, but this not right now. I got to get with me first.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my mentality. Then I went to federal prison. I got caught for that. I ended up getting caught for that. Once again, somebody told on me on that one.
Mm.
I went to court for that. I ain't. That's a touchy topic. I ain't really gonna speak on that because I let bad guys be bad guys, and now I forget a person or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But somebody gave an anonymous tip, but I know who. I ended up coming back on me. I know who it was. Because it was brought to my attention beforehand. I could have put him through the misery, go to trial, really expose you, but I'm losing from that. I'm trying to expose you, but I'm not caring about the time. I still got kids and I got a family I got to get to.
Right.
So, all in all, what I did was I took the time. What y'all got for me? Well, you're looking at between 48 months to 120 months. So they end up giving me 64 months.
Mm.
Along with state sentence I had. They ended up running concurrent. Everything was running concurrent. And no, I did a total of 5.5 years. off of that.
Mm.
And I dealt with this during the pandemic, man. I watched 7 people pass away dealing with the pandemic in the prison system. Normal, just dudes just dropping. Like coronavirus was in the prison before we even knew it was in the prison. Before we knew what it was, people waking up with headaches, people dealing with stuff. But it's like that made me realize. I said, "Damn, all y'all had to do is bring me to the jail for 30 days, and I would have changed my life like that." Dealing with this, I lost uncles that I was close to, very close to. That I love him to death, and I wasn't able to pay my respect. I lost a good aunt of mine. I wasn't able to pay my respect. I lost cousins. I lost a lot of family members. So I had a lot of resentment, and I had a lot of fear and anger inside of me. Like damn, somebody told the police on me, and I wasn't able to pay the respects to my family. So in all, I wanted to be violent. I said, yo, somebody got to pay for this. So where I'm in prison. Put my hands on people in prison. Oh, you think you tough? I'm tougher than you. I'm going at you in prison. I'm going after the bullies now. You a bully now. I'm going after the bully. Towards I got the name bully. They like that. His name bully, like because I'm going after the bullies.
Mm.
I don't like nobody that prey on the weak that try to take advantage of nobody. Like if you know he not built like that, don't do that though. So
right.
I had an issue for standing up for people. So my last year I dealt with that. I'm working out 2-3 times a day. They like, yo, this boy don't stop working out. Like, where do you get the energy from? They started calling me Kardio Kah. That's how I got. That's cardio. That's cardio. Cause I get out that joint, and mind you, we go to yard from 1:30 to like 3:30, and I'm running the whole yard, doing burpees and running the whole yard. So like, that's Kardio Kah. Get the name from that. People want to race me. I'm racing people. They gave me a NASCAR car. Then it was burpees. That's burpee Kah. Like it was like, I'm like, now I'm being known for something positive, something good.
Right.
Not the destruction that I was tearing down, doing things, stuff like that. So I just made a vow. I said, yo, once I get out of prison this time, I ain't coming back. I'll be in contact with men and deal with the men, the good men that's there, but I'm not coming back to prison. Ain't nothing gonna bring me back to prison. Not nobody, no situation. Like people say, damn, what you gonna do if somebody you come on, somebody put their hand on your sister? If my sister called me and say, yo, somebody put their hands on me, all right, call 911 first. I'm gonna meet them there. So it's like you gotta think for you. Because if you go to jail, you get out there, you go to jail, you do something, they still what to do, or they living life and you locked up. You losing.
Yeah.
But years ago, I ain't think like that though. I'm mature. I had to really mature. Like I got in tune with myself. So
yeah.
The year I was I was in a relationship. I had my last daughter, my youngest child, and mind you, I was ripping and running. So the young lady I was dealing with was together 12. We had 13 years. I'm not perfect. I was doing what I want, cheating. Well, I ain't gonna say cheating. I was just, far as running around town, gambling, doing what I want, not really putting my all into what I put it into. We was on the outs, and then we found out we had a baby, so I ended up trying it again. So while in prison, the coordination wasn't there. Like I'm like, live life. But the year before I came home, it was like everything was cut off. It came out that she was dealing with in a lesbian relationship. So took some money from me and just said fuck me pretty much. All in all, I was frustrated. I was heated because I always had the mindset, you don't play with me like that. Like nobody don't play with me like that. Like not to play with me like that. You've been around me. You've seen what I'm into and what I would do. So why would you want to do that to me? Because you think I still got some time left. So eventually I saw, oh man, this is about to be crazy. So you cut off connection with my kids. the worst way you could get to me is through my kids. So I was frustrated. Like, I can't talk to my kids, can do that. So I'm working out 5 times a day now. I'm not stopping up working out. It's like I'm working out for fuel and frustration.
Right.
I did 18 months in the hole, so I learned the anatomy. I taught myself about the body, the skeleton bone of the body. I had to learn the anatomy, how the body works, so I'm sitting there, I'm reading, I'm educating myself, and I'm learning it. So I see, you know what, yo, I like this. So I'm training myself, and I end up training other dudes as well. And dudes is getting the results. Like, yo, you know what you're doing. I said, I'm gonna take it further than this. So I did that. I came home. She reached out to me. I got a positive mindset. How I was feeling, told myself. I had read a Nelson Mandela book when I was in prison, and I read it in a hole, and I told myself, like, once I cross this threshold, I'm leaving everything behind me. If you hurt me, you did anything to me, you took something from me, you gossip about me, you slandered my name, lied on me, anything that you did, anything that was caused, anything to take my energy, my peace, interfere with, I was leaving it behind me. Because I wasn't coming home still being in prison.
Right.
So you might not be in prison physically, but mentally you still could be in prison. So what I did was I returned to society with a whole new fresh start. She contacted me. I talked to her, what's up, what's going on, and that was that. And the tables turned. After that, I'm home now, and you want to, be intimate or whatever case may be. No, I'm not on that. I'm not on that. Like, you can't slap me in my face and then tell me you sorry, just slap me again. So I don't work like that. So now my whole thing was you got anybody I deal with or any come across, you got one time to show me the wrong thing, and it's like I'm never allowing nobody to do that to me again. And I feel like you are in control of your energy, your life, and your peace. So really, it's like people treat you how you allow them to be treated.
That's amen.
You show a person how you want to be treated. So I came home working out from the very first day I came home. I got a lot of love and support from a lot of friends, family members. Some of them ain't on Instagram, they ain't watching it right now, but I definitely appreciated them. Man, I got money. I took $1,000 of that money and went and bought nothing but workout stuff. For us, they're like, what you doing, man? Clothes? No, I don't need no clothes. I'm going to get this workout equipment. This is going to get me the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that money and I went and bought, a bunch of workout equipment. Kettlebells, mats, restraint bands, stuff like that. The battle ropes. So I invested in me. Then I got on ISSA, International Sport Athletic Agency. I got on that, took the courses for that. Because I know it's like you got to have certifications behind this.
Yes.
You got to have, so I went online, took some courses at my pace. I'm focused. So it's like I ain't got no distractions. Got that out the way. And I said, it's me. And I came home. I came home and I was working. I came home working, like really working a job, and like, having the mindset of they're gonna talk to me crazy, but I got to do what I got to do. Sometimes you got to. Right. I just came from prison working 19 cents an hour, and they telling you, yo, shut the fuck up, nigger. To do it, get. I can deal with them telling me this, and I'm making $26 an hour plus incentive. When you bring home $1,500 a month, $1,500, $1,800 a week on the paycheck, first coming out. I came home August 26th, 21. I started working November 9th, 2021.
Mm.
I started at $19 an hour. 94 days after that, I'm at $25.73 plus incentive. With a $3,000 bonus, I'm living life. But it's like, yo, I told myself, I'm not wearing no designer stuff. I'm not wearing nothing. I told my sister, I said, my outfit's gonna cost no more than $250. That's with shoes included.
You disciplined.
And I stuck to that. People said, damn, that's nice. I got this out of Target. I got it out of Walmart. We get that from. I got it out of Marshalls. Like, back then you ain't tell nobody nothing like that. But it's like, I need my bank account, my savings to line up with my mindset and my goals. As long as my kids is being taken care of and all that, that's the only thing that matters.
Right.
I'm not in it to be flashy no more. I'm not in it to be. Where's that at? If I would have known what I knew now, as far as the money that I was running around throwing in bars and doing all that, just to have his name and be this person, that was a waste of time. I could have invested and would have been farther in life.
Yeah.
But every down session is a lesson to it.
Amen.
I got a valuable lesson on everything I've been through life. And somebody asked me on Saturday, somebody asked me a question, how would I, my lifestyle, what life I lived, the life I chose to live, do I regret any of it? I said, no, I don't. So what about the life that was took? Some of them parts I can say that, but it's like I don't regret it because it's a lesson for me. I got to pay for that when I see God. And I changed my life on that aspect, but it's like it made me who I am today. Because I honestly can say, when I look in the mirror, I'm proud of who I become.
Yeah.
To be able to go back and say, yo, I was shot multiple times. I survived it. To be able to say, yo, I was facing a life sentence in a trial and I was acquitted of it. Not too many people that's coming from where I'm coming from can say they went down that road and came back and still got your name. There's no telling involved. There's nothing, you ain't do nothing. You still got the respect because you went down there. So, and my thing now is like trying to reach out to these kids. That lifestyle that y'all want, you don't want it. I've been there. I've been shot up 8 times, on trial for murder. I've been there. Been in prison for a very long time. I've been there. I know how I feel to have some money. I know how I feel not to have no money. So whatever you looking for or whatever they trying to look for, y'all thinking it's cool. The ones that's in prison right now is trying to get out of prison. Y'all glorifying, oh, they put this person down, they was getting this up. They trying to get out of prison to change because they ain't where they want to be. Ain't nothing in prison but a bunch of men. Ain't nothing in prison, ain't nothing in there. So I just vowed to myself that I gotta, child, we gotta really, I gotta show you, I got a bunch of stuff in my portfolio that I haven't even given or gave it to the insight. I shared one thing with somebody, it was ugly. It was called, You Gotta Love Yourself.
Mm.
I asked the person, I said, what do you think about when you hear the word ugly? Oh, something unattractive. I shared it with them. I turned around and somebody used it. They put, she used it, she put, you gotta love yourself no matter what. But we could have worked together on that. So that's why I'm real frugal, I'm real careful with what I share.
No, as you should be.
So
as
it's
you
like,
should be.
they turned around and used it. And mind you, I came home August 21st, August 26th, 21. It was used in April of 22.
Wow.
So I reached out and I said, I no hard feelings because I don't mind helping nobody out here and there about with that. But the main thing, like I got a lot of stuff, like I'm very talented with a lot of things, like, and I educate myself. If I don't know it, I'm going to try to figure it out and educate it. So my biggest thing now is like to really build my brain and continue to build my brand. Like,
so let's talk about that. Let's talk about Kardio Kah. Tell the
so
people what you offer.
Kardio Kah is a personal trainer, a life coach, because I'm living an experience. Is a life experience, like you, as a living experience. A personal trainer. My objective when you come to me and you're dealing with Kardio Kah, you could be dealing with your life problems. Whatever your problem is, I try to help you relieve the stress, your everyday balance that you're dealing with. You might come to me want to work out, but it might be a conversation that you need to have. Or vent. And if I got the experience, I can give you the advice, whether male or female, or I can try to put you in the right direction. Like, working out for me is bigger than training. I'm helping somebody. Mind you, I'm a convicted felon. Like I told you, I couldn't follow my childhood dreams. So now it's like I can just talk. It's therapeutic. You never know what a person going through in life. You never
But
know.
if you really think about it like this, Kah, you're still protecting and serving to a degree.
Exactly. And listen, Because you got people that come in there, they might want to hurt somebody. I was like that. So guess what I do? People say, why you work out so much? I'm about to go to the gym and beat my body down. Not in a physical way, but mentally, I'm about to beat my body down. Like I'm about to, if I do something I don't like, I'm going to discipline myself. I'm going in that gym. If I got something on my mind, somebody say something wrong to me, say the wrong thing to me, I'm going to the gym. Every time I'm laying there with my lady, and I say, where you going? I'm going to the gym. I need to go to the gym. What's wrong? I got something on my mind. That's my peace. You know, everybody got they got their vices to what they deal with. Some people, some people smoke, some people drink, some people use drugs. Mine is working out. It's therapeutic for me. Like, that's my stress reliever. I feel good. I like the way I look. I like the way it makes me feel. Like, and I'm helping somebody out along the way. A lot of people don't know, like, when you working out, exercising is equivalent to having sex. It releases the same hormones called examines. It releases the same hormones. So, and that's my biggest thing. Like, cardio. See, my name is Cardio is a brand. You know, people say, well, that's Kardio Kah. Cardio is a good name, but it's like, it's a movement. You are officially cardio child. You see what I'm saying? So it's like cardio kids, cardio seniors. Like, they took gym out of the school. You take the gym out, but you'll teach these kids about homosexuality. So my whole mindset is like, how can I instill? I can't change the world. I'm only one person, but I can help somebody. I can't help everybody, but I can help one individual person. So that's where my mindset is. Like, me working out, me training. I'm offering a service that some people might not be able to get.
Right.
And it's like, it helps out with far such as like mental health. It's a mental thing. So you could be depressed. You could be suicidal. You never know what you're going through. And what I learned is, I worked out with somebody in prison, and he was going through a lot. And he opened up to me and said, yo, I wanted to kill myself. This girl left me. His brother ended up getting killed. He's like, yo, it's like, what to live for? I got all this time. He gave some time back. He home now. Just came home. We work out. So like it feel good. You never know what a person going through.
That's true.
Like, and mental health is real, and depression is real in the African American community, but we won't open up and share with each other because we look about how we might be frowned upon.
Right.
You go to your friend that you think is cool with every day, and then you tell them that you stressed out, you depressed, and what you're going through, and they make jokes about it. Or you confide in them, and they didn't want to told your friend. They want to told somebody else. So now it's coming back to you. So it's like, I'm dealing with problems, but I don't know who to talk to.
Right.
Everybody needs somebody to talk to. So you really never know what you're going through. So me with the cardio movement, the cardio thing is, it's really to give you a insight of who are you. Get in tune with yourself. Take care of your body. It's really to help you get in tune with yourself, to take care of your body, the release your stress, like change your lifestyle.
Yes.
It takes 21 days to create a habit, 90 days to create a lifestyle. So no, it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be days that you don't want to give it. You want to go. It be days I'll be like, man, I'm tired. I don't want to go, but I'm still gonna go. I'll be motivated. Like, they the best. That's what helps me get through what I get through. Like, I deal with problems like everybody else dealing with problems.
Right.
But I still stay cheerful. And I tell a person, like, well, damn, why are you so cool? I'm free. I'm free. Why you always smiling? I'm free. I'm not in prison. I'm not incarcerated. I don't care about if you don't got the money. I don't care. You free. I got the liberty to do what I want. I got the liberty to go downstairs and open the refrigerator. I got the liberty to use the bathroom without me having a celly. I got the liberty to hug my kids. Like, it starts with you. Like, I tell people, like, people say, oh, you're going to meet somebody that'll make you change. People say, damn, prison make you change. That's a false narrative. Prison gonna do 2 things to you, 3 things to you. Prison gonna either make you a smarter criminal. Prison gonna either break you down, or prison gonna change you. Prison don't change you. You gotta want to change within.
That's true.
You gotta want to change within. Like, older lady from the church asked me, "Well, what made you like? What happened?" I said, "One day I just looked in my mirror and brushing my teeth. Like, this is it. Like, I can't continue living like this. Brown water. Like they drumming out. They working on something outside. Brown water. I'm washing clothes between the water and on the sink.
Mm.
Like, I'm washing clothes in the water in the sink. Like, who want to live like this? You locked down. You can't take a shower for 4 days.
Wow.
Like, you learn to appreciate the smaller things in life.
Yeah.
You learn to cherish the smaller things in life. Like, so I would never ever like take freedom for granted.
Right.
So I change the people and places and things. I change the people that I hang around and deal with. I change the things that I used to do and the things that I put in my hands.
So
And
when
I don't freak.
when one wants to seek out your services, how do they get you? How could someone become a part of your movement?
I'm open, social media, Kardio Kah on Instagram, Kardio Kah. I'm actually getting ready to shoot a commercial to go
Nice.
bigger than that. I'm ready to shoot a commercial and go bigger than that, and try to broadcast that. Majority of the time, I be in the gym training somebody else, and I get a lot of training. I get a lot of clients from that, from me training myself or training somebody else, or one of my clients is training with me and they refer me.
Nice.
My next step is the commercial is coming up, and then my next step, a buddy of mine, he just launched the app with his gym. So that's my next step, is to launch an app.
Okay.
Zoom. I offer Zoom. I offer virtual working out sessions and all that, and that's where I'm at. So I'm open to help. Like, I got a client now. He called me. He says, I can't do none of that. I said, no such thing as you can't. It's all modification. You never know what you can do until you try it, and you modify
Yep.
it. I just love it. Like, I love it. Like, I just love. I'm helping people and I'm giving a service to people. Like, I'm against. Like, I'm. I always say, like, build it up. This is built, not bought. This
Yeah,
is built, not bought.
absolutely.
It's built because I can build it up, and I love it. I can cherish it more, and I can say I did this.
That's right.
That's why I say, I gotta say it. Come see Kardio Kah and get fitted before you go see the doctor and get kidded. Like, so
I like that.
don't go get on that table, because you go in, you get on that table, you didn't got everything done. You look in that mirror, you still missing something.
Yeah.
Cause it comes within. You still missing something.
And you
Cause
can't buy it. Cannot buy it.
you can't buy it. So you like, I'm going to doctor. I'm going to see doctor. You don't know what his name is. You don't know who working on you. You don't know what they stuffing you with, what they taking out of you, because you under in aesthetics. So you don't know what's really going on. But what they're not telling people is a lot of complications that come with that later on in life.
Oh, I worked in a hospital for years. I've seen it up close. I've seen it.
Yeah.
And it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
One person I was watching something. She went in. She had to go back, and they took galls out of her body. It was infected. So that's why I was like, I'm pretty, like, work out. Like, I work out, man. It's healthy. Like, it make you feel good. Like, it's like you have to look inside you. You're right, absolutely right. Yep. Like, you got to look inside you. Like, you got to do it for you. Like, I work out for me.
That's right.
I work out for me. Just so happened when you working out, your body transform into a different physique that you might have never had. Like I was 282 pounds at one point. I got locked up, was stressed out one day, and I'm talking about 282 pounds at one point. My biggest point
Mm,
out. I said, yo, I got to get this off me. This not me. And I'm putting
mm.
the work in. 1,000 burpees a day. Didn't even know what a burpee was. Thought that was a Mexican food or something. So, so now it's like I put the work in, man. I just got it there. So it's like my girl, my lady, she where she work at, she said a girl came in and said, oh, she work out. So she says, oh yeah, my man is a personal trainer. She said, oh, I never heard of him. What's his name? So they asked her, well, do you gotta? So they showing the video and all that. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he different. Do you gotta know a person? Yeah, I'm different with mine. I'm different. I'm not out here trying to all that. I don't want the center of attention like that.
Right.
I don't want to be bigger than my brand.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bigger than my brand. I want to run it the way I want to run it. How I'm going to run it. And some clients of mine, I got 11 clients. Some clients, they want to be, filmed. Some don't want to be filmed until afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I only can respect their wishes.
Yeah.
So you see some people on my page that want the results, or some people don't want, they want it until afterwards. Like I got one that's coming up that accomplished his goals. So it's like, all right, now I'm gonna put you up. So I just love what I do. I just love what I do. I love how it makes people feel like, a person come to me, they lose 6 pounds. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You feel good within yourself because you telling you can't do this. You might get to arguing with somebody, you're fat ass or that. Like, I don't like people that's self-conscious. Change that.
Mm-hmm.
You got the ability to change that.
Yeah.
You are in control of what you're doing. You got to change that. So I just look at my past and I just say, where I came from, where I started off from, and where I'm going. Like I don't allow me being a convicted felon define who I am. I don't let my past define who I am. So right now I got a lot of stuff I got going on, behind the scenes. Like as I share with you, certified, got that out the way. Now I want to go to school for dietitian and nutritionist. So that's on my list. So once you look at me and you say, well, this is a convicted felon, but it's also a dietitian, a certified trainer, a nutritionist. I want to add different accolades. I might not even be able to use a lot of these things, but I want them there. I want them to overcome my felonies. I got a total of 5 felonies. I'm a career criminal. They label me as a career criminal. So I want to have more than that. I want to have more accolades and social degrees than I have having felonies.
I hear that, brother. I hear that.
So, Tuesday I go down community college Tuesday and deal with, like, I go to Temple every Saturday. I sit from 9 to 12. I'm in Temple. I go down there in the seminar. We're dealing with that. Now, my next thing is communication.
Mm-hmm.
Communication. Psychology, communication. Because I understand what these kids doing. I understand what's going on out here. I understand why little Boom Boom and why little Tay Tay out here shooting each other.
Yeah.
So you got to give them something to do.
Yeah.
You got to give
And
them
that's
something to do. So
I wanted to talk to you because I got your vibe from just watching you and just absorbing what you're doing. I got your vibe. And I was like, when I heard your story, I was like, I gotta have him on and I gotta talk to him because more people need to know your journey and get inspired by your movement. So not only are you inspiring individuals through your work, just your life itself is a testimony. And I just think that any chance you can, you should share your life. And I know that you're not shy about it, but your story has power and it can change the spirit.
Chav, I actually wanted. It's crazy that you said right, because I actually thought about a podcast. I had a podcast in my portfolio, but I kind of backpedaled on it because I'm one of the ones like I don't want to do what everybody else doing. So I let everybody speedball and do what they're doing, crash, and learn from their mistakes and projections. Because With mine, I want the authenticity. I don't want nobody controlling what I can say, what I can't say. Like, you see, I don't hold no punches. I'm an open book. Like the real I created with far as me going to trial, me fighting a murder, homicide on me fighting the trial on, is to let people know like I can't. That's still there. I can never change that. But I'm not gonna let that define me. I'm not gonna put no limitation or no barrier of what I can do in my life. Yeah, that wasn't a mistake. People make choices. It's not a mistake. That's the thing with people misuse the term mistake. It's not a mistake. No, we make choices, bad choices. You got choices in life you can make. You got a good choice or you got a bad choice. That's not a mistake. So I made some bad choices in my life, and I'm honest about it, and I don't run from it, and I'm not ashamed of the things I've done. Because without that, it wouldn't be no Kardio Kah.
I hear that. And on that note, brother, I'm gonna let you go. I want you to shout out some people and then tell them where they can follow you and get in touch with you for business.
First and foremost, shout out my man Chike Evans, man. Tune in to him. I watched his page. He got a lot of people, a lot of power testimony with people in there. Tune in to him. I want to shout out everybody that's watching. I appreciate y'all for coming out, watching. Jesse, I see you. Midge, I see you. Ro, I see you. I appreciate y'all, Shani, Tifa, all the ones I see y'all watching. It's Kardio Kah, man. Just get with me. Kardio Kah on Instagram. Stay tuned. I got something big coming. I don't talk about what I be doing, so you're going to see me. Just get with me. And number one thing is, don't worry about the prices. We're going to figure that out together. Chava, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you so much. God bless and take care. I'll be in touch because your journey is going to go a lot further than this. So we're going to be in touch.
We're going to be in touch because you're going to be part of this movement. Kardio Chava on the way.
All right.
I appreciate you, Chava.
All right, brother. See you.
All right. Thank you.